Hey guys, it's Kim with Sowing Seeds. How are you today? Hey, I just figured we'd have some coffee and I wanted to kind of chit chat a little bit about a couple of different things. Um, One of the things I wanted to talk about was for folks that just don't really have garden space and things that they can do in a apartment type setting or in a just a smaller space where they just don't have a lot of yard or they're not able to do a raised garden in those areas. I've been looking on Amazon and I was looking at a couple different things. And you can go with some really expensive stuff. It can add up to quite a bit of money. They have, hold on, I'll show you some examples. Because I actually did purchase some because I wanted to see what we had. So they have these felt bags. They're growing bags. They are reusable with handles, as you can see here. You can get 10 of these for about $15 on Amazon. So that is an option for a smaller growing space. It's something you're going to have to keep in your house. They just fold up quite nicely. Those are an option. They also have another type of bag, which I'm going to try this year. I've never used it before. It's for potatoes, those kinds of things. It's a pretty big bag. Looks like this. It has a little pocket right here that actually raises up, and as your potato form, you can actually open this up and actually pull the potatoes out of the bottom. Those are different options. But let's say you don't have that kind of space and you really don't have the finances to be able to do that. You can use old milk jugs. Usually you can you can make a phone call to any nursing home. They go through milk. Being a nurse, of course, I would think of any healthcare facility, a hospital, see if they had milk jugs that they would be willing to save for you. And what you would do is you would actually cut that spot in the top and drill a couple holes in the bottom. You can do that. You can usually get those for free. They're going to throw them away anyway. So go ahead and see if that is something you can get from them. And then you know what, I can't encourage enough, spend the extra money for some good soil. You can use any kind of container, but the soil itself is what is really important. So utilizing that kind of thing, I always like to leave the handle on there, so if I have to move it around the house, I can still move it, especially if it's something you're going to have to keep in the house. Then I would drill a few holes in the bottom and get a lid, a bowl lid, anything like that would actually allow you to put a little bit of water in it, and then the water will pull up from the bottom. One of the things I did was I actually went to the Dollar Tree, picked up pie pans, your metal, aluminum pie pans, and I actually would just fill those up with water, and I'd set my milk jug on top of that, and I would grow them from that. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have your own fresh produce. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have a garden inside your house. There's so many different options and so many different ideas. I mean, you can look it up on Pinterest if that's something you're interested in. We, of course, have an outside garden, but if you're limited on space, they even have, just like the felt bags, they have the felt vertical gardens that you can actually purchase and actually put it on a wall. Now, you can't go with like big stocky vegetables that way. Like, it'd be a little harder with your tomatoes, but you could do some of your smaller vegetables. So say if you wanted to do some lettuce, some leaf lettuce, that wouldn't be a big deal. If you wanted to do beets, that wouldn't be a big deal. Anything like that. Being in this kind of environment does not mean you cannot have your own garden. You can, very much so. It's a matter of working with the space that you have, and if finances are really an issue, looking at what you actually do have. We save milk jugs year round. I actually as crazy as this is, whenever I plant my watermelon, I actually take the top of the lid of the milk container and I drill a hole in it. I put yarn all the way down and let it coil inside the bottom that is full of water, and actually bring it over and I put it on my watermelon plant because watermelons require so much water. And then instead of me constantly going outside to water it, if it's not a real watery area, one that holds water real well, same with your pumpkins, but it will continuously feed that plant, and that is what the goal is. If it's continuously got a supply of water, you're not going to have to worry about those things. So those are just a couple of different ideas. I know this is a kind of a quick video, but it was just something that I was thinking about. And, it's Sunday afternoon. We went to church this morning, and I wanted to kind of have a cup of coffee and just have a conversation about anyone can grow a garden. If you think you have a brown thumb, you probably don't have a brown thumb. You just have to have the right tools in order to be successful at it. So take the time. Go to the Dollar Tree. Get your small pie pans. Get you some milk jugs. Cut off the top. Keep the handle on there so you can move everything. And grow inside your house. You deserve to have good fresh fruit and food year round. And the way for you to do that is for you to think a little outside the box if it is a financial issue. I know I just bought the organic soil and I bought a 1 cubic foot bag, and I believe it was right at $8. It filled up all 70 of my seedlings, which I used the plastic cups instead of buying the multiple cup container, because I tend to want to try to get a jump start, and I tend to plant a little bit early. And so because I plant so early, by the time they're ready to go outside, they're a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger than what you would be used to. So those are just a couple of different ideas. And it is, like I said, a dreary Sunday afternoon here. We've gotten a little bit of snow last night. We are going to see if we get any this week. And not real sure if we are or not, but I'm going to be out of town for a couple of days with my job. So if we get any snow, I probably really won't even be here to enjoy that. But I would just want to have a conversation. Have a good day. God bless. And talk to you next time.